Dessert comes to us from David's, who almost doesn't need any introduction, but I will do one. But what I want to say first is that for the only show, this brand new assortment of David's individual desserts is being offered at $58.12. We have new flavors and exclusive flavors here in this offer. So I'm going to start with looking at and making your eyes go, oh my goodness, hello. Fall Hello Pumpkin. You get 12 of the individual desserts in the pumpkin with the sprinkle topping. That's one of the choices that is new and exclusive in this offer. The next one is down here, and that is the classic red velvet. And look at this. You can go all 12 red velvet if you want. Then, to really make you want to smack your mama, we have the chocolate bourbon. Can you imagine? And if you're someone who really wants a little bit of everything, we have an offer that's called the combo that gives you 4 of each one of these. Of course, that would be my pick. We do offer 2 ship weeks for you. You can have it shipped immediately, or you can have this shipped on November 16th. There is no auto delivery on this, and the price goes up not at the end of the day, but at the end of the show. So at 8 p.m., when you see David, the price is gone. Adina Michio brings to us a lot of really incredible cookies from David's, but now we've got the individual desserts back. It's good to see you. For those that might not know the David story, could you tell us the David story really quickly, and then we'll dive into all the flavors?
Sure. We started in 1979 in a very famous department store in New York City, where people went down to the basement and got themselves probably the best chocolate chunk cookie they ever tasted in their life. And then from cookies, it went to brownies, and brownies went to cake. Here we are at QVC with what I think is the epitome of fall. We've got 2 new flavors. We're super excited, and I cannot wait to tell you about them.
Well, I'm not waiting. I am diving right into the first one that is exclusive and new. That is the pumpkin. 100 remaining of each ship week in the all pumpkin. So if you want this one, please be in the process of placing your order and listen to what Adina has to say about the flavors.
And Jane, I just want to say really quickly, over 4.5 pounds of cake here today, just done individually the way we want it now more than ever. An individual dessert, but make no mistake, every one of these weighs over 1/3 of a pound.
Tell us about the pumpkin quickly, because it's about to sell out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
You love, how about a yellow pudding cake? Let's fold in some real pumpkin puree, and then let's give it the taste of fall. Cinnamon and allspice. We do it in the cake. Then we make a very special cream cheese filling made from scratch in our bakery. You still get the tang of the cream cheese, but we do it with pure butter, sugar, and vanilla. Love it. We decorate it on top with those harvest sprinkles. Each cake, the way you see it, is the way you will receive it.
Not a whole lot of these available in the November 16th shipment. Okay, so that is the pumpkin. That's one of the new and exclusive flavors. Let's jump over the red velvet. I want to come back to that. That is last call, by the way. Let's jump into the chocolate bourbon.
Wow.
100 available here in each ship week. Oh my goodness. What?
That's ridiculous.
I have to laugh about it because I have them here. And just before I went to come on, I went to pop in my AirPod and it fell into the chocolate cake. And it was so rich and dense, it almost didn't come out because you could see it there. This is our double Dutch cocoa cake. But we do a bourbon simple syrup soak. And yes, you will taste a little bit of that bourbon. Not enough, of course, to get you tipsy, but it brings out all of that chocolate. We top it with a fudge. Then we do the layers all over again. And then Jane, if you could even see, you could see how pretty they are on top because we hand pipe and drizzle, if you will, more fudge. And then we adorn it with a beautiful chocolate disc.
All right, well, let me
Just the way-
interrupt you to give you some updates. I'm unfortunately
Sure.
having to say that we have brought in 2,500 for what we can ship immediately. We have 600 remaining across all of the choices. For November 16th, there are only 300, so it's even worse. All right, so let's jump into really quickly, Adina, before we run out of time, the
Sure.
red velvet, if you don't mind.
My favorite, a true Southern cake. This is a red velvet cake, which is actually a chocolate cake. It's not a vanilla cake with red dye. It's actually a chocolate cake. But again, we do everything that you expect in that big red velvet cake. We're going to do it with our cream cheese. Again, the tang, the sweet, the vanilla, the butter, everything that you want. And this one gets that beautiful solid chocolate piece right on top. Remember, Jane, these are all individually done. You're just going to put them in the freezer when you want to enjoy them. Oh, look at us at the same time. Almost in sync, right? You'll get 2 boxes. I love that you're showing that. And Jane, you remember when I sent them to you at home, you saw that they were hand collared,
Right.
right? So we want you to remove that collar before you defrost it, and it could defrost in your refrigerator in a few hours, or right on your countertop in less than an hour.
They are so delicious and so decadent. And Adina, can I tell you something? We cut them in half just to show what this looks like. A half of one is more than enough if you want to just have one. But what I did with mine is I cut them in quarters so I could actually taste all 3 flavors and not feel bad about eating too much. And each one of them has a different kind of tickle to your tongue. So there's something for everyone as you're planning your holiday meal. You know, one of the most important parts of the meal is the finish. And the finish has to be something that is decadent and tastes like homemade. So if you are looking to have this for an immediate ship week, and maybe there's, an event that you have coming up before Thanksgiving or before holiday, get them now. That is the one that you want to place your order for. So you have them they're in the freezer now, safe for how long?
Oh, they're in the freezer for 6 months easy.
Right.
So if you wanted to grab them now and serve them for that Thanksgiving dinner. But what's so nice about this, we sort of don't know how many people we'll be having maybe for a holiday or even just an unexpected Sunday dinner. These are individual cakes. But to Jane's point, you'd be very right to serve them for 2. My husband and myself will share one.
Right.
And that's more than enough. It's almost a quarter of a pound of a dessert for each of us when we share it.
Right,
so
for
it's a
sure.
big dessert.
So anyone who's just joining us, here's the offer. We have 2 brand new flavors in this. The pumpkin, and you can get all 12 in the pumpkin. And the other new is the chocolate bourbon. The pumpkin is exclusive and just about sold out. The chocolate is also available and very popular. We also have the classic red velvet. And if you would like the combo, that gives you 4 of each one of the flavors. And I say, if you are looking as a gift idea, then get that combo and choose either the immediate ship week or November 16th so that you can send that out and do the bill to ship to. All right, so here's what's left. For the immediate ship week, we still have all options, but there's only 400 total. For shipping in November, the chocolate bourbon has sold out, the combo has sold out, the pumpkin is last call, and the red velvet, we are down to 100 remaining. So Adina, Rachel is here with me. She's got a stack of desserts as well.
I do. You know what? And Adina, what's funny?
I want to hear her favorite.
Well, you know that I love all of them, but the chocolate one to me feels like when you pre-order that dessert, like that chocolate lava cake, if you happen to be at a steakhouse and it takes 45 minutes or what have you. This is absolutely beautiful and absolutely chocolatey, but not too much. While it looks super, super dense chocolate, right? The flavor is just a wonderful, beautiful chocolate payoff. It's not, it's not too heavy is what I guess I'm trying to say there. And then the red velvet is always, a crowd favorite, a crowd pleaser. And the fact that pumpkin is available in here is beautiful. But I will also say that we have around the area, a beautiful Parisian bakery. And if you do in your area as well, if you go into a bakery where you have a Parisian bakery or otherwise, professional bakers, these can easily be $8 to $12 a piece. If you're getting something like this that is beautifully done and is so, elegantly put together.
They're not usually this big, though.
They're not usually this big.
This is a big cake.
Right?
And they're not like under $5 a piece, which is basically what you're getting here. And so, again, we're just hearing about, we're going to be entertaining maybe in a smaller way, but we might be entertaining in a more impactful way. And this is like that impactful dessert.
All right,
like
so this is what I recommend. Cut it in a quarter.
Yep.
And look how much cake is still left. And that's plenty. And that way I was able to enjoy a little of each one of these. It's like an individual slice of cake. That is the way that I would do it. Here's the deal. In the pumpkin, we have 100 remaining, and that's both ship weeks, and that's it. The chocolate bourbon is completely sold out in both weeks. The red velvet, we have 100 left that can ship out now, and 4 dozen that can ship out in November. And the combo is completely sold out. So these two are completely gone. Don't forget, they're going to come wrapped in 2 separate containers, and there will be a cellophane wrapping on top of these, so they're frozen.
Yeah.
They can go right into your freezer. But Adina, if we want to take out 1 or 2, take it out, take that wrap off around them, and then let them thaw out for a couple of minutes, and they'll be ready to go. And you will, I'm telling you, be blown away. They are so amazing.
Thank you.
So good. Every single time.
I'm
so
glad you enjoyed them. Thank you so much. We were so excited to bring these special new flavors, so I'm thrilled you're loving it.
At this point, everything except for the red velvet in both ship weeks is completely sold out. Adina, we'll update everybody through the show, but thanks for stopping by. It was nice to see you.
Thank you, Jane.
All right.
Be well. Take
You
care,
too.
my friend.
Bye-bye. All right, the price is good for another hour. But I don't think they're going to make it another hour, actually. So if you want to be in the process of placing your order, it's a good idea. And 70991.
Oh, welcome on in. You know what? I wanted to share with you, wow, it's almost 7 p.m. here on the East